Mark Duggan was the 29-year-old whose death sparked mayhem across the UK. He had been armed but wasn't holding a gun when he was shot by police. But today a jury decided the marksman who shot him was acting lawfully. Duggan's aunt rejected the verdict outside court.
The majority of people in this country know that Mark was executed. He was executed and we still believe that, and we're going to fight until we have no breath in our body for justice, for Mark, for his children and for all of those of the deaths in custody that have had nothing. We are not giving up. No justice, no peace.
Tottenham began to riot 2 nights after the shooting in August 2011. What started as a protest soon turned into something else. First across London, but then in Manchester, Liverpool and other big cities there was looting and violence on a scale that police initially couldn't control. This is the man who shot Mark Duggan, desperately trying to keep him alive. He insisted that in the fraction of a second before he opened fire, he was certain he'd seen a gun in Duggan's hand. Over 2 months and more than 100 witnesses, this inquest went over the lead-up to the shooting. That undercover officers stopped Duggan in a minicab after they'd received information he'd collected a gun. But after the shots were fired, there was no weapon in or around the cab. Seen here under the blue arrow in mobile phone footage, he said he'd found a gun behind a wall several metres away. The inquest looked at allegations the gun was planted by police. It was anger at police that started the August riots, and the Met's already said it will make changes, increasing from April the use of cameras on officers to increase transparency. Today's verdict is the end of the inquest. For Duggan's family, it isn't justice.